It's the 19th, I'm sorry, it's the 20th of April. This is Rabbi Levitt, Gemora. It looks like your connection is slow in being created. We can't hear you, Rabbi. I see a little symbol that shows that it's working on it. Uh-oh.
Now he might have frozen too.
Yeah, he's frozen.
It looks like he's using a cell phone for this.
Yeah, that's right. He doesn't have access to a computer. That's why I'm hosting in the first place. We had problems yesterday also with this.
Did he have to reboot the phone or eventually just hooked up?
Yesterday, he said the problem was he was inside and he ended up going outside and then it worked okay. So I don't know what, I mean, if he realized that, then he should have been outside already. So I don't know what's going on here.
Oh, there he is again.
Okay, looks like he's connected. Hi, hello, Rabbi. How are you? Can you hear me?
Maybe he can't hear us.
Yeah, I think he can't. I don't know why, though. It looks like he's inside, though. I see a roof over his head.
You know, he looks like he's talking, but we can't hear him.
Right.
The other day it was my sound, but I have my sound on. So.
Now he's frozen again.
Right.
Ay, ay, ay. Hello. Yes.
Can you hear me on the Zoom meeting?
No, I can't. I can see you, but I can't hear you.
Okay, so
Looks like you're inside, though. Didn't we say you needed to be outside?
maybe if I go outside it'll help. Okay, let's try that. Fine. have my wife get onto the Zoom. Okay, so maybe it'll work.
Okay.
Oh,
He's gonna go outside.
no, we'll see what happens. He still has the same problem.
He's still inside.
No, he's outside, but I think he tried talking and I didn't hear anything.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He is outside. He's using his wife's phone, so apparently he's got a different interface than he's used to. Oh.
Oh, it says connecting to
Oh,
audio.
here we go.
Hello.
Okay. That was it.
Very
That's
good.
the
Yes,
audio.
Shreya.
Okay. Well, that's one thing I could blame my wife for. Okay. Maybe not. Okay. So now, where were we? We were in the middle of this statement about Katanim and Gedolim.
Right. We're on 92B4. Bottom of the page.
Bottom of the page. Okay.
The 16th exchange.
So, right. So, let's see here. Okay, should we read it again?
Sure.
Which line are we on, Lou?
It's the 16th exchange, the last paragraph on 92B4.
Oh, okay.
You see it?
Yes, I have it. Thank you.
Okay, so Amar le Rava bar Mare, Mina ha milse de amre inche. So Rava said to Rava bar Mari, from where do we get this thing that people say? Kad havinan zutre le gavre. When we were young, people considered us important as grown men. Hashta dikashina le dar decay. Now that we are old, we are like children.
Right. Okay, that's the words.
And the Rashi says, I gavinan zutre legavre kishehayinu kitanim hayinu chashuvim kigavre. that when we were small, we were important like men. V'hashta dikshishana, and now that we are old, ach shav shehazikninu haninu shefalim kisinokos. Now that we are old, we are like infants.
Shefalim. We are right. Shefalim, shuffle from the word shfal is low, not highly regarded. Shfalim ketinokis. We are regarded lowly, like our like young children.
Right. Okay. So Amar Lay, Rabba Barmari replies to Rava, Me ikara kasiv vashem holech lifnehem. From the beginning, it is written, Hashem goes before them. Hashem went before them. Yomam be'amud anan, in the day in a pillar of cloud. Lanechosam haderech, to lead them on the way. V'layla ba'amud eish, and at night with a pillar of fire, leha'ir lahem, to give light to them. Okay, so that's the quote. V'lich sof kasiv, and in the end it is written, Hine anochi sholeach malach lefanecha lishmarcha baderech. Behold, I am sending an angel before you to guard you on the way. So we said that initially Hashem personally, so to speak, with a fire in the cloud and the cloud, but in the end, he sent an angel to guard us. And so it would seem that the comparison is that in the beginning, when Hashem sent the fire in the cloud, it was like when it says when we were young, we were treated like grown men. And in the end, when Hashem sent an angel, it's like when we were old, we were treated like children. And we said that seems problematic because what changed in those two scenarios was not our age, not when we were young or old, but it was our our connection to Hashem vis-a-vis the golden calf, that we had sinned and we had changed our relationship, and that's why the change happened. So it doesn't seem clear to me what is the parallelism between the two, the question and the answer, or the original quote and the answer.
Okay. So with that question in mind, let's take a look at what I have over here. They're bringing from the Vilna Gaon, a Tambir of Hagra, Alpia Mashal Amuva B'Medrash. So the Gra compares this Gemora to a Medrash in Vayikra Rabbah, Chav Hey Hey. If you have it available, you could take a look over there. Here's the mashal that's brought in the Medrash. Shatarna Gelis, Kishahi Katana, Kishaima Zana Osa, Nosenes Mizanoseha, Bepia. The Medrash relates that when you have a mother hen, when this mother hen was not a mother hen, but it was a small chick, a katana, when her own mother would feed her, she would feed her with her mouth. Like we see that when a mother hen has a nest with little chicks, she puts the food from her mouth into the mouth of the chicks. So that would seem to be that's a very chashuv away, right from the mouth into the mouth. Akasha godeles v'ocheles ima maka osa kedei shetachil es atzma. Interesting. When the chick gets a little bit older and is able to eat by itself, the mother hen now gives the older chick a makkah, a patch. Why? Kedei shetachil et atzma, so that the older chick will be able to will say, I got to do this by myself. I have to be independent. Kach ba'odam. So to it is. That's the mashal, and the nimshal is to a person. What does this have to say to us about a person? Bekatnuso boteach ma'od beboro. Oz gam Hashem manhigo bahashgacha pratis atzuma. When a person is young, maybe he's right. He hears he's in cheder or he's in yeshiva katana. He hears all the stories from his Rebbe, and the Rebbe infuses him with great emunah and bitochen. And also in yeshiva katana, they're generally smaller institutions, and the Rebbeim also over there have a great influence on the boys at that young age, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, and they infuse them with great emunah. And it's also naturally, the Medrash is saying, naturally a person is more focused with Hashem, and believes that Hashem is in control more than very much. Then when he gets older, and then corresponding to that, bitochen, Hashem is noeg with the young person in that very same way. That's the rule. As much as a person is botek in Hashem, that's as much as Hashem is there for him and does for him and is with him. Hashgacha prati satsuma, very, very great personal supervision and providence and protection over this person who has bitochen in Hashem. Aval kishigodel, when a person gets older and he develops his abilities and his talents, and he feels that he is the one who's running the show, he's the one who's calling the shots, he's the one who can get up and do. Oh, yes. And so therefore, as a result of that, he feels himself less dependent upon Hashem. He can do for himself. It's a natural hargosha feeling that an older person has. And so his bitochen shifts really from his bitochen in Hashem to his bitochen in himself. Oz gam hashgachas Hashem, olav pochachas. And therefore, correspondingly, says the Gaon, the Hashem, his supervision and providence and protection and involvement over that person is less. V'hosiv, and the Vilna Gaon adds over here, Shalachain, Akruvim, Sha'al Aaron Hashem, B'mikdash, Hayu Niraim Katinokes. And this, says the Vilna Gaon, is why we see, this is, you could take a look in the Gemora over here in Sukkah, Daf Hey Amid Beis, over there, that the tzura, the form of the kruvim was took a form of tinokis, young children. L'ramez sha'adam b'katnuso uyoter imashchina. The kruvim, beina kruvim. This was where Moshe Rabbeinu went to hear the Dvar Hashem in the Ohel Moed. Not just anywhere in the Ohel Moed, not just anywhere in the Kodesh HaKadoshim, and not just anywhere by the Aaron, but specifically Bein HaKruvim is where Hashem would the voice of the Shekhinah would be heard. Hashem speaking to Moshe Rabbeinu. It says specifically this in the pasuk. Because, says the Gaon, because the children are the ones that naturally they have a person bekatnuso who yoter imashchina. He feels himself more with the Shekhinah. So to the extent that a person feels himself more with the Shekhinah, it creates a reality that the Shekhinah mida keneged mida is more with him. So that's an interesting. In other words, to answer Lou's question, what the Gemora seems to be describing when it's talking about ages, katnuso and ziknuso and kishiyasa, it's true. The Gemora seems to be talking in terms of, and that's the way Rashi explains it as well, in terms of the age of the person. But from what we see from the Vilna Gaon, that really there's a teva like that. That naturally the teva is that a person who is younger is more connected to the Shekhinah. A person who is older is less connected. But that doesn't have to be that way. That's up to the person. Naturally, that is so. And the Vilna Gaon had a very nice way of explaining it, because the person he feels himself when he gets older that he has more ability, has more talents, he has more ability to do for himself. But a person can also, as he gets older, develop his level of emunah and bitochen and his realization that Hashem is really the one who is in complete charge, even though it may look like he has more koiches and he has more abilities and he has more talents and power to be able to do for himself. But like we would say, right, like Reb Chaim Kanievsky Zatzal, the older he got, the more emunah and bitochen that he had. So it's something that is up to a person to choose to be more like a child in that sense that the Vilna Gaon is explaining in terms of a person's level of emunah and bitochen. Okay.
How does this relate to the pasuk that's talking about initially Hashem guided us and led us personally with the cloud and the fire, and then subsequently he sent an angel.
So when Klal Yisrael left Mitzrayim, they had expressed tremendous emunah and bitochen in Hashem at that point, right? They shechted a korban pesach, the avodah zarah of the Mitzrim, and they were not afraid of what the Mitzrim would do to them. They were boteach that Hashem would protect them. That was the mitzvah, that was the tzivoy, and they did exactly as Hashem told them to do. And also, they were prepared to go out into the midbar without provisions, just some dough on their backs, in their troughs, and how are they going to do like that? They're going to rely on Hashem. Hashem told us to go to follow Him, and that's what we're doing. So they, in a certain sense, they acted like children. A young child, you tell him to do something and he does it. Sometimes, naturally, he does like that. Well, there's always exceptions, and there's more and more exceptions as the time goes by. But in any case, that's the way that's what we're talking about. But when Klal Yisrael got older, they had experienced, they felt themselves more capable, I guess. And so then when they lost Moshe Rabbeinu, they said, oh, we have to come up with a plan. We have to figure out what it is that we're going to do in order to take care of this situation. What about Hashem? Look, Hashem knows that Moshe Rabbeinu is not here. Really, Moshe Rabbeinu was there the whole time. But according to what their view was, he was not here anymore. He wasn't coming back, and he's never coming back. So what do we have to do? Well, why don't you just leave it all to Hashem? Oh no, that's not going to be good enough. We have to figure out what to do. You have to take the situation in our hands. We got to do something. Yeah, and they did something, and it didn't work out too well. What it is that they ended up doing, but Lamaisa, we see that they had already grown up very much from the time that they left Mitzrayim, in a certain sense, and they felt themselves capable of knowing what to do in this emergency situation without Moshe Rabbeinu, and well, that was perhaps the biggest difficulty with their whole mahalach, with their whole program of action. And accordingly, Hashem said, "Oh, you can do for yourselves, huh? You'll be okay. You'll figure out what to do. So listen, you don't turn to me. You don't need me. So listen, I'm gonna be less in the picture over here. I will send my malach, and you won't have to rely on me quite as much. I'm not going to be in the picture so much, and if you need anything, you could just the malach will help you out. Because I see that you guys figure that you know how to do. You can figure out for yourself what it is that you need to do. So the young and the old is really, we see from the Vilna Gaon, is we're describing maybe the natural situation, the teva of the way things are naturally. But of course, as the Vilna Gaon is pointing out over here, a person who has free will, of course, he can choose to conduct himself like a child and feel more reliant and be boteach more in Hashem, or he can just go with the teva of things and feel that since he's older and more knowledgeable and capable, that he could do for himself. But the real yesod is according to the emunah and the bitachon of the individual. That's the way the Vilna Gaon is explaining the Gemora.
Okay.
Okay, we're up to number 15. And a round of applause for really finishing Sadi Base, Ahmed Base. Okay.
You say 15. According to what I see, we just finished 16.
Oh, that was 16. Okay.
And we finished
16. Oh, wow. So we just have a couple more.
Right. My commentary says the last exchange between Rabba and Rabba Bar Mari.
Oh, there's 17. Okay, I thought there was 18. All right. This is the last one. Oh, yeah, I see. The next one is Amar of Hanan. Okay. Okay, the last one. Is Meir still there?
I am still here.
Would you like to read for us the last? You get the honor of Meir is always, he always ends up being the one to make the siyum and everything. When it comes to Pele Yoetz, he finished 3 sections or maybe 4 sections. And now he's finishing this incredible section of all the questions that Rava asked Rabbi Bar Mori. Please.
Okay. So it says, Amar le Rava le Rabba Bar Mari. So Rava said to Rabba Bar Mari, Minaha milta de amrei inshe. Okay, so from where is the source for this thing that the rabbis say? Batar mare nichse tzive mishoch. So let's see. So if you go after a man of means, you will take away, it says chunks of fat. I'm not sure what fat is here. Tzive mishoch, maybe.
Mashach is, I guess, to pull or draw towards you, and
Oh,
sibe
okay.
What is Sibe? Does Rashi help us out over here?
Let's see.
No, doesn't seem to help us out.
I don't see anything in Rashi.
Oh, I have a Lapute Rashi over here. Sibe Moshach, Siv, Ritsua, Taltel Hayotzi Mi Buster, the Tole, the Dubuk, the Mixas. Oh, that's a little bit different explanation. Sieve is a ritsua, a strip. The taltal and like a certain amount hayotze mi basar that comes out from the flesh. The toli the davuk b'mixas, and it's still connected to the goof of the greater of the goof a bit. So you translate it as
Chunks.
Sibe Moshach. In other words, Sibe are like, what's that, chunks?
That's what it seems to say here.
Okay. So in other words, this is what people say. If you, Mari Nichse, Mari is the master of Nichse, of property. In other words, you're talking about a person who is a Baal Nachosim. He's a person who he's the holder, and he's in control of significant amounts of property and wealth. So Basar Mare Nixe. So after the if one is going to go after that person, I guess, who has all of the nixe, has all of the fat of the properties, he'll be able to sibe moshach. He'll be able to draw from the ashir, from the rich person, to himself at least some sibe, at least a few chunks, a few nuggets, a few strips of fat.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So then Amarle, he said back to Rava, dictive, where it's written, V'gam lilot haholech et Avram, hayatzon ubakar v'ohalim. Okay, so also Lot, who walked with Avram, let's see, Hayatzon, there was flocks, Vakar, and cattle, the Ohalim, and tents.
Right. So what do we see over here? If we would look at the pasuk before this, you'd have to get a chumash if you want to see the pasuk before this. But I would assume, I don't remember offhand, but I would assume it sounds like the pasuk before this is talking about Avram and all the wealth that Avram had taken from Abimelech, who gave him as a dispensation for abducting his wife and kidnapping her. So he wanted to appease Avram, and that Avram would daven for him. So he gave him great wealth. And Lot, of course, who happened to be over there as well. That's what this pasuk says here. V'gam Lot haholech es Avram. This word es means together with. And also to Lot, who was going together with Avram also. He had a lot of animals, son, bakar, ba'olim, and tents, which I guess were filled with kol tuv sheba'olam. Why? Because he was going with Avram. So you see over here, here's the source for if you keep close to a rich man, you'll be able to get a few nuggets as well yourself. What else do we have over here?
So life went with Avram.
Did you ever talk to Judy Tatum? All right.
Okay. Very good.
She's really not.
Yashiklik to everybody. We finished Mari Bar Rabba Amar Brahma Bar Mari.
Hooray.
Okay, very good.
Hey, a round of applause.
Yes,
Let's
Shikoa.
go to 17. Amalei Rabba. The Rabba Bar Mori. Wow.
She can't see that well.
So
Okay.
for tomorrow, we want to do something, or is it too close to Yom Tov?
And her
Tomorrow's Erev Yontif.
mood.
Right, tomorrow's Erev Yontif is
Yeah,
Correct.
it is Erev Yom Tov.
we could try.
So she's not able.
Actually, it actually might be better because I don't.
Work, and she's,
Yeah. If you're available, I think I'll be able to be available. If I
Very
know that I'm not going to be available, I'll let you know. I'll call Lou ahead of time.
unable.
Okay, very good. I'll try to be available too.
Today.
Okay, great.
So her ability.
Everybody enjoy your Chol Hamoed.
Yep,
Thank you, Rabbi.
very good.
Have a great
All
day.
the best.
And so anything, so anyway, so